when I had my son, my first child. I was 19. I graduated in '01, and let me tell you, that was not a fun time. I had my whole future ahead of me. I had it all planned out. I knew what I was going to do. I was going to go to college. I was going to go to New York and get a job at one of the centers that was demolished in September of that year. So my dreams just went out the window. I never got on a plane. Not because of that, but because I don't trust them now. After doing all my research over the years, I've seen what problems they've caused and how easily they can go wrong. And it's not the same as it was. It used to be, you're more likely to have a car accident than die in a plane crash. Not anymore. Not anymore. Because they're being cheap about stuff. They didn't learn their lesson from the Titanic with the cheap steel. And how quickly it can fail. So you're up in the air, which is like being in the water. That up there is not, it's not water, but when you're flying, apparently it feels like you're in a boat at sea. And turbulence is like rough waves in the ocean tossing and turning your ship around. So, I mean, you should feel safer in an airplane with that happening versus being on a ship. Because on an airplane, you're completely covered. On a ship, you're not. But either way, I don't know if I feel safe with the cheap steel they use now. And the faulty parts that are being sold to them. It's like a Temu plane. Would you fly in a Temu plane? I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Oh my gosh. I got off topic, but either way, the earth is not flat. That's what I'm trying to say. That they misread the book, the papers, the journal from Byrd. The map shows the ice walls around the island, not the planet. It's not an ice wall that just goes around the planet, okay? Granted, there's some old style maps that have that, but that's not what it is. There's also old style maps that have extra land masses that either were there at one point in time and because of the sea level rising are not there anymore, and some that were never actually there. They were guessing they should be there. They were hoping and praying that they were there. Now we have had some come back that were on those old maps when the sea level went down and the tops of them started to poke through a little bit, and then the sea level rose again. So we keep losing and getting back these islands, these land masses. This video did run a little long, but this is like a summary of what's gonna be to come. Because I'll get all the information together and I'll get the book, journal, whatever, clips that I can get together. The actual ones, not the rewritten ones. And include them in the other video that I'm gonna make. But this has got to stop. Y'all are gonna kill your brains. It's gotta hurt. It's got to hurt. Because my brain hurts just thinking about everything y'all are gonna go through. No matter what, stay safe, stay healthy, especially up here. Love you, bye.